Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. Let's rock. All right, big rebound today. Gold up $73 to 4,025. Nice to see that four handle on gold. And silver up $1.28 to 48.26. In the futures market, 48.43, we are back to contango, a normal situation. And doesn't it seem likely that the spike up to 54 was for purposes of ripping off the London market, getting all that gold back to London, I'm sorry, all that silver back to London at very, very high prices, and then letting it fall back to equilibrium? I still contend that we're in the $46 to $50 range for a little while here. All very constructive, and I think meaningful that it has not dropped any lower. And of course, the end of the move was pre-market yesterday or aftermarket 2 days ago, where they crashed it down to 45.50, and it seemed to me that all the shorts covered, and bang, we're back up to 48. So that's where I see the market, and this is how they make money, the big boys. Okay, in my humble opinion, not financial advice. Gold-silver ratio, 83.3, coming down a little bit. We have the 10-year yield about flat at 3.991. Of course, today is the FOMC interest rate decision. And as I've said many times, it seems like metals like to rally into economic releases. We've got the dollar up 0.16 to 98.89, pretty strong. But despite strong dollar, or at least dollar holding right around 100, copper continues to bust a move. 525 now. And when do we get back to that point where they smacked it down? They smacked it down at 586, and here we are at 525, up from a low of 441. So there's a 25% increase if you picked up that low in the copper market. I use ETFs when I trade this kind of thing. I don't buy and sell copper for the most part unless I'm pouring a big nasty copper skull. Platinum also catching a bid, up $26 to $15.92, but kind of flat on its back here lately. We have the DBB base metal funds, zinc and lead and things like that. And several weeks ago I said I was moving back into base metals and commodities, and oil being the only thing that isn't really participating, maybe oil and wood. Commodities really flying here, 2181 in the base metal fund. GDX is up 2.87% to 73.06. Now, can we make a higher low? So let's see. We are going. Let's see. Before the smackdown, we were at 72.84. We're going to open around 73.06. So it's going to try to recapture some of that move. And I think with gold over 4,000, I think that is likely. Silver miners also trying to punch back above a recent high. 67.51 or 67.61. We're opening at 68.67, which would be right about the top of the previous 3 or 4 day range. Okay, moving on to economic calendar. All right, here we are on Wednesday. And at 8:30 Eastern, we have trade balance, retail inventories, advanced wholesale inventories. At 10 o'clock, pending home sales, and at 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Pacific, FOMC interest rate decision, where the Fed may cut a quarter point. That's a lock, I think, and may actually cut even more than a quarter point, and even also interesting whether or not they stop quantitative tightening for what appears to be a weakening economy and a weakening labor market, although the ADP report, I think it was yesterday, did not show that. And government statistics are just non-available for the most part. Government shutdown continuing probably clearly through the November elections. and maybe even longer. And as the politicians say, they will keep the government closed until planes start falling out of the sky. All right, that are our leaders. That's what they're doing for us, and maybe don't fly. All right, here we got, but keep in mind at 2 p.m. Eastern, we get the decision, and that'll move the markets. I think the stock market is anticipating, the quarter point. If we get a half a point, that's going to be very volatile. And then a half an hour later, there will be a press conference. So there are two market moving events, one at 2 o'clock, one at 2:30. They sometimes go in opposite directions. It's going to be a very volatile day, but at the moment we have gains. All right, in the pre-market, we are in 39 in the Fear Greed Index. Dow futures up 56, S&P up 16, NASDAQ up 104. Stock market expecting nirvana as Amazon plans to lay off 500,000 Americans. Yay for us. Okay, and in the, sorry, I digress. I can't believe the way that this country is moving. I just can't believe it. They won't be happy until we have, Marie Antoinette style living in our country. And I know people are doing things to try to change that, but you cannot change that with an unsound monetary system. You have to have sound money. Anyway, I am on the website bestsilvergolddeals.com. Welcome, new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. I'm trying to find you the best deals anywhere on the internet, and we'll look at the big dealers, we'll look at Costco, we'll look on eBay, and we will try to find you the best possible deals for the best possible metals. Don't go one place. Shop everywhere and anywhere. These materials are fungible. They are, generally if you're buying a BU Silver Eagle from one dealer or another dealer, it's going to be the same product, as long as we avoid the ones that give us heartache over and over again. So welcome, and now's a great time for a thumbs up, and thank you for subscribing, new members and subscribers. Let's get on to the deals, but before we do, the question of the day. Now, I was just noodling around over at Golden Eagle looking at their deals, and they have some deals today. I stumbled on this, and I've seen these before. Now, this is let me get that a little smaller for you. This is actually, this is on Kitco, but I think it might be a little cheaper on Golden Eagle. $42.71 for an ounce of 4/9 gold in a bracelet. All right. And there we go. Comes in a package from Dylan Gage. They're a monster in the gold markets, gold and silver markets. I don't know if you wear that or not. It would be a rather silly thing to wear because 4/9 gold scratches like crazy. It would look like crap in a couple months. But does anybody buy stuff like this? Is there a reason to buy stuff like this when we can get a Gold Eagle for less? And we can get a generic gold bar for a lot less. Do people buy this kind of thing? I don't know. You guarantee a big haircut when you take that to the LCS and sell it because it is jewelry. It's going to bring 10% back a spot. So maybe there are different tax reporting. I don't know. I don't know why you do this. Now, if you're in a third world country, or even maybe some bigger countries than that, they believe in this kind of thing. And when SHTF and the monetary system inflates, they clip off little pieces of gold and they go buy a chicken or something. So I guess around the world it may be the thing. But what about in America? Any of you ever bought one of these? Maybe you buy one of these for your significant other that doesn't believe in precious metals and say, hey, here's some gold jewelry for you. But they're going to bust it out of the pack and they're going to wear it. I don't know. What do you think? That's the question of the day. Any interest in anything like that? Let's get on to the deals. Right, if you think the bottom is in, I got a lot of new stuff for you today. Let's start off with new guys. Don't forget about the 1 gram gold near spot at bullion.com. Let's do a 1/10 gold eagle. 1/10 gold eagle at Bullion Exchange is $447. We have got a 1/4 ounce gold eagle at Summit Metals, 1,094. Here's a new offering, and that is a quarter ounce gold polar bear at Golden Eagle at 1,059. Okay, not bad. And we have got a $5 commemorative 0.2419 ounces of gold at 983 over at Monument Metals. That's a smart purchase as well. Going on to the 1/2 gold eagle, that is 2,139. At Summit Metals, half-ounce gold maple is at Safe Haven Metals. That is 2,136. Let's go on to a half-ounce gold random BU. I like this listing, 2,073, and it looks like you may get a kangaroo, Australian coin, a British coin, Australian gold nugget, a Britannia, or a maple. Now, I don't know why they would sell you a maple here, because these are BU coins, rather than sell it to you for 50 bucks more. But so you probably won't get that. You probably get one of the odder coins. My guess would be probably the kangaroo. That's a very good trading coin, very low premiums. 2,073 at Monument Metals. A 1-ounce gold eagle is 4,190 at Bullion Exchanges. A Buffalo is 4,248 at Bullion Express. Not a lot of feedback on them. The Big Proof Gold set 1.85 ounces of proof gold. And, some people said you missed the fact that you were displaying proof coins in a BU listing. And my assumption is you would rather have a proof coin than a BU, so it's either irrelevant or it's positive that you buy a coin below dealer BU prices and you get a proof. I'll do that any day of the week and have done that. 7,627 for the proof gold set, and the value is in the fractionals. If you were to sell that somewhere like Vermilion Enterprises, they would pay up a little bit for the fractionals. If you sell this somewhere at Bullion Exchanges, you'll basically get spot. So don't sell it there. Okay, let's keep going. 1-ounce gold maple, 4,129 at Summit. All right, and what do we want to do? We go to, I don't know, let's do a $10 Liberty. 1,991 in very fine condition for a Liberty head. Don't get the Liberties and the Eagles confused. A Krugerrand is still not back at spot, but it's 4,096 at Pimbex. That'll be circulated. The 100 Corona Monument Metals, 4,062 for 1.21 ounces of gold. A 20 franc, a good choice for small foreign gold. And here is the Angel, 768 for a 0.186 ounce of gold. Just divide one number by the other, you'll get the melt. I still like this little 5 peso. I'd like to get one of these. 1,021 for an Uruguay gold 5 peso. What does the other side look like? And okay, you got a dude with a big nose on one side, but I kind of like that 5 peso. That is a Centenario Day 1830. I'm not sure when that's actually minted, but very cool little fractional quarter-ounce gold there. Actually, a full quarter-ounce of gold. Bullion Exchanges, gold at gold below spot is nada enchilada. Okay, let's move on to 1-ounce gold in assay or out of assay. No, in assay, 4,119 for a very pretty little Scottsdale bar there. All right, moving on to half-ounce platinum. Platinum catching a bid, a little bid today. I think it might be a bigger bid tomorrow. 824 for a half-ounce platinum coin, and who knows what you'll get, but it will be platinum, and that's not a bad deal. 1-ounce platinum coin is going to be 1734. So what is the half ounce? Half ounce is going to be 1650. Get 2 of the half ounce before you get 1 of the 1 ounce. You see why I like that. All right, and moving on here, let's do Silver Eagles. We got a smoking deal not smoking, I don't know. Monument Metals is going to give you a 2026 Silver Eagle. Will the U.S. Mint make Silver Eagles in 2026? 2025 shaping up to be a very low mintage year. And low mintage, I mean, in the millions, but not 30 or 40 million. 2026, I don't know what the U.S. Mint is going to do. Will they ever get a permanent U.S. Mint director? Come on, Trump, do something here. Come on, Bessent. nominate somebody that knows anything about coins. 54.22 for on a pre-sale here. Thank you to the member that alerted me to that. Culls are going to be 51.30 over at Monument Metals. Then there's more to show you still. My green light with caution is still on. I think we're basing in a range here, 46 to 50. I think you can accumulate. All right, and we're going to go to a maple. A maple for your cousin Mabel is 51.57. They will likely be older maples. I'm just guessing. BGASC does not typically trade in high quality coins, but they say they are uncirculated. 51.57, not a bad price. Maybe they'll have milk spots. We have Kangaroo for 52.54 at Monument. That'll be a BU. We have a Britannia for 52.89 over at Summit Metals. And a little Lonely Philharmonic is 51.97 because nobody loves it. All right, moving on to 1 ounce Libertad. You can pick those up for $57 over at APMEX. That's a 2024. They used to be in the low 60s. Now they're in the high 50s. All right, the Marines are coming soon. Put this on your calendar, and it releases November 10th. We got good stuff coming up. We got the limited edition silver proof set. Get one of those. You got this Marine Privy. Get one of those. They'll have a good value in the aftermarket if you trade those kind of things. Over at Costco, the gold bar was up. Is it still up? Come on, Costco, how much money you losing on metals lately? And now they're all gone. There was a gold bar that was up a while ago. The guys in the chat room got that deal. If they wanted it, it was right around spot, maybe a little below spot for a 1 ounce bar, which if you believe in $4,000 gold, then you would have bought it. All right, and here we got, say it's $1 below spot. It's actually more like 70 cents below spot because they have spot at 48.50. Actual spot going back to London Kitco is 48.30. So there's a 20-cent differential there. And anyway, that would be, let's see, 17, about 34 times face. If you want to go with the bigger deal, you'll be at $33.76 for a $100 face bag of Washington quarters, probably average circulated. We've been getting better deals on eBay every day of the week, but not as good as we did a couple weeks ago. Okay, here's Cull World Coins. This is interesting over at Golden Eagle. I have to look at them more often, I think. And here you got Cull. They call them circulated, so they're going to be toned for sure. They could be dinged up. I don't know if they'll have milk spots or not. All the old Royal Canadian Mint stuff has milk spots. A lot of the old Perth Mint Kangaroos have milk spots. Even the older Maples have milk spots. But you could get something interesting there, and some of that will be 4.9s, and you can pick that up for $50.16. Get a tube for $49.96. Get 100 for $49.76. $1 something over spot, and they are sovereign world coins, and do with them what you will. If you like that kind of thing, over at Scottsdale, 10-ounce cast, secondary market, over at Pinehurst, a secondary market cast bar is $4.99, 10-ounce cast bar. Over at Golden's, where am I? Deals at Golden State Mint, they are charging $51 for buffaloes. I would not pay it. Let's do something better. Secondary market bars are 50.37 at Monument Metals. Let's go on to the bigger stuff. Some new deals here. We found a cheaper kilo over at Bullion Exchanges, 16.08, and a cheaper Hyundai over at Monument Metals. That's 49.27. Putting you less than $1 over spot if you're looking for big silver. And let's keep going here. Oh, bring that 5 kilo back, would you? Nah, that ain't coming back. Boy, that was really a hot little bar there. There's the limited edition silver proof set. It's got at least $100 profit currently on eBay. Now we're on eBay. The way we use eBay is we compare these prices to the dealer prices, best anywhere on the internet, and then we use our 3% rebate credit cards, the PayPal credit card, the American Express Everyday Cash. We check out through PayPal, we get 3% back, and that's how we get lower prices. eBay is not engineered for 3% cash back. So that is how we exploit the divergence there. Silver Eagles, you've been scoring on Silver Eagles lately. If we base in here and start pushing back up to 50, watch what happens. There's a tube of Silver Eagles, 2009s, big seller, good feedback, free shipping, and they look righteous there. I don't see any milk spots. Silver Eagles do spot. So if you got those big old monster boxes and you never take the strap off, well, someday you may take the strap off and be disappointed. I think you got to look at your Silver Eagles, guys, and if they spot, get rid of them, sell them as culls, and keep only the good stuff. That's just my opinion. I don't know. 1075, so that's going to be 53.75. That's going to be about 52 bucks out the door for that right there, and you get a vintage date as well with the Type 1 reverse. Holy mackerel, that's beautiful. Beautiful deal. Come on, channel members. You can afford that. Of course, they were a little over 50, I think, yesterday or the day before. And a few days ago when I bought, I couldn't find anything that cheap. There we go. Just lots of deals for you on Silver Eagles. They're mostly going to be cheaper than the big dealers. And here we got 100 at 53. Who are you? You are Jeff, and you are big, and you are 100% feedback, and you got all the Eagles you want. And what year are they? Oh, you're going to test them all for us, and they're going to be back dates. And they're BU, and there you go, all you want. Oh, he's only got one left. Anyway, $53.50, $1.50 off. There's $52 Eagles. Come on, don't forget your Eagles. Let's just do the maples this morning. Tube of maples are $12.50, and you can see that we are at the bottom of the chart, guys. $48.50 for maples. Ooh, what happened here? Who are you? Are you going to be a zero feedback? Don't break my heart. Big seller, good feedback, $6 shipping. These are the Privy Maples, okay, which is they're kind of the booby prize. Oh, that coin looks like it has some milk spotting. Yeah, they look like they're going to be impaired. A lot of those Privy Maples. Well, it's a Shield Guard maple. $5 maples, 25 of them. It's a damn good price. I don't like the look of that mark on her cheek. I don't know. You guys didn't like it yesterday. Let's find something better. 1310 from a big seller, good feedback, free shipping. Looks to be a Shield Guard maple 2015. I think that was the first year of the Shield. No, those don't look good. Those don't look good. Let's get out of the maples. I'm getting the heebie-jeebies from maples. Let's go to Britannias, and Britannias are going to be 1306. BU Britannias from Pinehurst. Okay, I trust that. 1306 is going to put you at about 50.50 out the door. A couple bucks over spot. Let's see. Let's go to Kangaroos, 1308, a little cheaper on the Kangaroos. Let's go to the Philharmonics. Okay, maybe we'll get a smoking deal on Phil's. And Philharmonics are going to be 52.50, about 51 out the door. No great shakes there. How about some junk? Let's get some good junk from Grandpa here. There's some Walkers, mid-size seller, good feedback, free shipping. And they have legible dates, and they are Walkers. They don't look to have been cleaned or anything. Are they $10 face? So that is going to be, let's call that $33.95. On that, you take about 13 bucks off. You'll be at about $32.60. $32.60. Let's run this. 32.6 divided by 0.715. You're going to get Walkers for... Bang. Woo. Whoa. 45.59. I did it wrong, right? 339.5 times 0.97 with those good credit cards. Links on my website. Matter of fact, I appreciate if you buy any of this stuff, please click the links on my website. It helps my channel. That is 329 out the door divided by 0.715. And everything up to $0.50 is 0.715 conversion. $46 melt, guys, for Walkers. Only got one. Average circulated condition. I don't stack walkers myself, but that is a good friggin' deal. Now, that's like the old days. Channel members, jump on that. Then we go up to 349 for Grandpa's Silver here. I don't know, that's kind of a mixed bag of God knows what, but there may be some dollars in there. Then 349, just an average listing of Washington quarters. Damaged and worn. They don't look damaged and worn, so I don't like what you said. 350 for these average circulated. Mixed dates. Slicks in there. I don't like that. That first deal is the best deal by far. Oh, here you can get, well, here's Grandpa's Silver. Okay, that's a smaller seller. Good feedback. $3 shipping. Here's a guy dumping his junk, and he's got a slick right on top. He's got some damaged in there. That's a mixed bag at 351. He has carefully constructed that image. I don't like that either. Here is M-Bar Coins, got some dimes, 357. All these will beat the dealer prices. Let's go on to a large lot. A large lot, $100 face is going to be, I don't like those quarters. Here's some dimes, value bag. They look reasonable. 34.4 puts you out the door at 33.1. What would 33.1 be? Divided by 0.715. 46.29, that's a pretty good deal there for Rosie's. Here's some $50 for $30 more. The walkers are probably going to be slick. Oh man, the junk deals are back. Now, I don't think the refiners are going to clear their shelves for quite a while. I think that was all coordinated, consolidated, engineered, that whole thing. I believe it's true, but funny how it resulted in you not being able to sell and New York being able to overcharge London for silver while you could not sell your junk. And then they dropped the prices on the buyback prices to $45 on Geneva. I don't know, it just all stunk to high heaven to me. Let's keep going here, and I'm going to skip the Carson Cities this morning. The Mercs, I don't know if this is the best deal or not, but 34.9. And this is from Liberty, so you know what you're going to get if you buy it from them. Average circulated. Okay, that's what I want to see. Average circulated. 35 point. You see, the picture is shitty. That's why I didn't buy this the other day. But they're calling them average circular. You just have to dig into that if you want Mercs. I wasn't happy with my bag from Liberty. Let's see, Libertads. Let's see if we can get you some cheap libs today. And free priority shipping, 1605. He'll take a best offer, and that would put you out the door at, I gotta do the math, 1605. 05. I hate tubes of 25. Hate that they did that. 64. Oh no, way too expensive there. Okay, let's skip the libs. How about the 5-ounce lib? I never sold mine. I listed them, but nobody bought them. Missed the FOMO. If you're going to sell, you want to catch the FOMO, guys. And be a buyer and be a seller. That's my recommendation. Don't just sit there forever. Let's see. 319. So that is 64 a coin for the 2024s. I guess that's my listing at 315. I think it is. Is that me? No, that's not me. Where's mine? I don't know. I guess I overpriced it. Okay, shoot me. Here we go. Let's do a kilo. Kilo is 1658. Out the door would be pretty close to 1600. A hundy. We better get a hundy at spot. Come on. We can get a hundy at spot with a 3% rebate, can't we? 49.65, and on that one, take $150 off. You'd be at 48 and change, and spot is at 48.28. You'd be about 2 bits under spot, right there. It's cheaper than the dealer. I don't know. I probably would get the junk, honestly. Let's see, and of the vintage bars, what about the vintage bars? Let's do something very random here. These prices are going to start coming up, guys. I think if you want to buy vintage, now would be the time to do it. Here we got an Engelhard, and it is a plain back Engelhard. A little pricey at $6.20, but here's a Silvertown. I like these old serialized Silvertown bars, but that's a pebble finish. You may not like that. What else we got here? Another Engelhard. Ooh, here's a Star Metals for $6.49. Oh, I love. Is that a 5 ounce? It's a 5 ounce Johnson Matthey. Canada. What's this one? Here's a Jackson. Price on those came up. What do we got here? What's this one here? Oxford Mint. What else we got here? Anything good? Anything good? Oh, from Canada. Here's a 10 ounce. Bull logo. We showed you that before. Let's find something really tasty here. What's this one? Vintage style, exquisite pour lines. Looks like it's a modern bar. Bushmeyer. Neat bar. Neat bar right there. Yeah, you're going to charge you a tariff on that, but that's pretty damn neat bar. 670. $12 shipping, and then maybe you get a tariff, maybe you don't. Wonder what happens if you don't pay the tariff. I don't know. I don't know what happens. There's a Golden Analytic for $6.85. We were buying those for $400 all day long a few months ago. Oh, here is a Tri-State Refining, nice bar. There's a Doral. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. I'm not that familiar with Dorals, but that's a bitchin' bar. Oh, it's only a 5 ounce to boot. All right, and here we got Montana Gold and Silver, $6.99. What's this one? 3 ounce bar, Minji's Mint. Oh, we're getting into the exotic stuff here. Okay, you want to get to the gold. I know, I'm sorry. Just fast forward if I'm in a spot you don't like. Let's see, 1 ounce is going to be 50.67 out the door, about 49. A little over spot for 1 ounce rounds. A big old, that was a big lot. A small lot of 1 ounce rounds is going to be about 48.50 out the door. BGASC, any condition rounds, buy them, hold them, melt them. That's not a bad deal. That beat the hell out of the $51 Golden State Mint rounds. Yeah, they might be messed up. Who cares? Sometimes you get some good messed up stuff. Then you turn around, you sell that on eBay, collect the profit, use that to reduce your base price. Let's get on to the gold. And I'm sorry if I skipped your favorite coin, but these videos are just way too long. I'm going to do the Gold Eagles because that's where we've been smoking the dealers lately. Here we've got a $4.50 or best offer for a 1/10 Gold Eagle. Are you a mid-size seller? 100% feedback, free shipping, nothing wrong with that coin. Offer him $4.30, get it out the door at $4.15. Smoke the dealer price doing that. Let's go on to a 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. You know we smoke the dealer prices when we do this. Here's Liberty. Now this is a proof. Now if you're going to complain about getting a proof coin instead of a BU, then I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what's wrong with that logic. Tell me if they're doing something wrong here. But $10.94 on this one, you're going to get $35 off. You're going to be at $10.70. $10.70 for a proof Gold Eagle. $10.70 versus the dealer price. And this is the cheapest I can find on the internet for a 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle is $10.92. Let's save $30. Come on, all day long, guys, all day long. All right, let's go to the 1/2 ounce Gold Eagle. And the bigger the coin, usually the bigger the savings. $21.56. You get that out the door at about under $2,100. Compare it to the dealer price. You know how to do it. Let's do a 1 ounce Gold Eagle. You're going to get that at, can we get it in the slab? Wow, look at that Sunshine Mint. Whoa, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Sunshine Mint Gold, $42.89 out the door, about $4,100. That's cool. That's very cool. I don't think I'd buy it, but oh, here we got a first strike. Okay, burnished Gold Eagle. Is it a 69? You know it. It's the booby prize. All right, and they got to dump it because who would buy it? Not unless it's under the price of a raw This is a burnished Gold Eagle. They're pretty. 42.96 will take $170 off with a 3% rebate. PayPal is unlimited rebates, guys. Use that card. That would hit you at about 41.30 on a Gold Eagle, 41.30 on a booby prize versus the dealer price on just a plain BU, 41.30 versus 41.84, save 50 bucks. Okay, take this booby prize off their hands. Look at that. It's a first strike. Oh my God, isn't that meaningful? No, it's not. Any of you guys collecting slabbed, sets, really consider that only about 1 in 10 of these really is worth collecting, and this ain't the one. And look what happened to a 69. This guy paid 50 to 100 bucks to grade this thing. He bought it from the U.S. Mint for a $200, $300, $400 premium, sent it into PCGS, paid the shipping on the way in, paid the shipping on the way back, got the booby prize. Okay, so if he had just bought a regular, Gold Eagle, he would have made a lot more money than he's doing here. So that is a fool's errand. Don't make Jay-Z and Beyonce rich by buying into this grading bullshit. Telling you. Don't believe I haven't done it. I have done it. I've tried it, and it is a fool's errand. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's try to find a Buffalo as cheap as 43.90. 120, 130 bucks off, about 42.60 or so out the door if you're paying up for quality. Krugerrand, we want one below spot. Not a half ounce. We want a 1 ounce. Got to get up a little bit. I got to change this sort to get, okay, 41.77 out the door at about 40.50. Spot price. Nice, we can use London Spot to get. London Spot is 40.15. So a little premium there, but still beats the dealer. All right, and if you're going small, let's consider a $5 commemorative. Not a bad listing there, 10.10 for a $5 commemorative, minus 3%. If you're doing a double eagle, that's a eagle, a $10. You want a $20, 40.15. We'll stop on that one for a minute. It is going to be very fine. I'd rather it be AU, but very fine's okay, and you definitely want to have some of these in your stack. They're pretty cheap. So 4013, no best offer on this. What happened to my thing? There it is. 4013 times 0.97 equals, out the door, equals 38.92. I think that'll beat the dealer price. Divided by 0.9675 gold content, and the melt on this is going to be 40.23. So you're going to be at spot on a double eagle. It's going to be decent, good to look at. It won't be cleaned or anything. If it is, send it back. And you'll have something that could appreciate over time if the premiums come back on pre-33 gold. So there you go. You can buy that. Personally, I like the St. Gaudens better. But that's right around spot. Dealer will probably pay you 2% back. Your buy-sell spread won't be that bad. That's probably a better purchase than the Krugerrand, for example, or the Polar Bear, or, well, some other stuff I've showed you. Not bad. Load up on pre-33. Now, personally, I don't think the market's coming back on pre-33. Now, FOMO, when FOMO hits gold, if it starts moving to 5,000, pre-33 premiums will probably increase. But I think it is a 999 world that we're moving into. I could be wrong. I do think premiums are coming back on silver junk. And just my gut feeling on that. On the gold, you guys that stack gold, maybe you have better knowledge about the pre-33 gold. Let's see. Let's do the 50 peso. It's a big daddy, 1.219, and you can get it for 5.056. You can do the math on that one. Okay, the 25-gram platinum pack. You should have bought it yesterday. What is it today? Today it's $16.99 minus 50, minus... $16.99. 3% of that would be $45, about $16.50 on the platinum pack. And look, they're selling them individually for $74. Okay, there you go. You do the math. There's stuff in my eBay store. There's the bars I pour, new bar on the first, and some other things you may want to pick up. And you may want to, hey, maybe you want to throw those Sovereign Mint 4.9s bars into the Devil Forge and melt you some 4.9 shot. That sells very well on eBay. Here's the Amex card. It's the bomb. Here's the PayPal card. Anybody can get one of these unlimited cash back checkout through PayPal. Quicksilver card from Capital One is always good. It's 1.5% cash back. Then you get the kicker deals. So, an additional 4% off. That's how I buy all my supplies on eBay, and but does not work for precious metals. And the Saver card from Capital One is one of my very favorite cards. Very hard to find a 3% credit card that works at the grocery store. So there's a good one for you right there. Click those links. You'll help me out. I'm going to skip the picks of the day and just go over to the salutations and commendations. Thank you, chat room, for sussing out those great deals. Here's the chat room right here. Links at the top and the bottom of the website. And they're talking about GovMint coupons, and I don't like dealing with GovMint, guys. If you do deal with them, put a fake phone number in there, or some guy that sounds like your grandpa will call you every week for the next year. Coinhuskers inventory update, out of stock. Okay, got a lot out of stock there. ASA premiums are up and away, says Tex. He understands. Vermilion Palladium Maples for $15.50. Whoa, baby. And I like his price on Platinum Eagles as well. You can buy all of those anytime he has them. Let's see. And somebody says the price on collector coins is coming up. So here's something you may not know, you eBay sellers, is, the holidays is a great time to sell collector coins. Like, I still expect those Superman coins, not the 1 ounce, but the 2.5 ounce, to do better in the aftermarket come the holidays. Or if you have fancy superhero coins, or God knows what he's collecting here, Mickey Mouse coins, etc. Generally, I say don't stack this stuff. But if you're going to sell it, the holidays would be the time to get it up on eBay. Golden Eagle, yeah, here's where I found out about that Philharmonic. It's not 427 anymore. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and if you have a friend that's paying too much for silver, gold, platinum, palladium, share this video. Share it on social media if you want to let everybody know. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing, and subscribe if you want to see this every day. Members, don't hesitate to reach out to me at losinglouis@yahoo.com, and we can help you out any way you need. I'll see you guys tomorrow.